Guess what you forgot? News6.com.
10 seconds.
Yeah, never mind.
Stand by, D. And
Can you
5,
get
4, 3, 2, 1, roll D. And for the out sound.
This is
Stand by,
Oklahoma
A for
Zone.
sound.
News on 6.
Roll A, right sound.
He honestly
Stand by, is Mike.
loved America more than almost anyone I've ever met.
Mike Q.
Owasso honors
Stand by,
a
B.
soldier who laid down his life for his
Roll B,
country.
White.
A
Stand by,
teenager
A.
defends himself with a sword when another teen
Roll
breaks
A,
into
White.
his home.
Stand by, 2 in
And
his name.
firefighters save a cat and her 10 kittens from an early morning house fire.
Start your move, dissolve
Good
enemy.
evening and thanks for
Ready,
joining
C.
us. I'm Emery Bryant. Tara Breland
Roll C,
has the night
take.
off.
Stand
Our
by,
top
2 in
story here at
effects.
5 o'clock, a
Enemy,
neighborhood
dissolve.
honors a
Ready,
fallen
Viz. 3.
Oklahoma soldier. Specialist Chris Horton was killed in
Take,
Afghanistan
animate.
last September.
C,
Horton
and then
was
3 in a plasma
26.
with next.
He lived in Owasso.
Ready, C.
His legacy
Roll C,
will live on
take.
here on the home
Stand by,
front
3 with.
as Emily Balcom joins us to explain.
Dissolve Q, animate.
Specialist Chris Horton was one of 14 Oklahoma National
Animate
Guard
out.
soldiers who
A,
never
something
came
with
home
next.
from war last year.
Ready, A.
To honor his memory, a street sign around the corner from his family's home now bears his name.
Roll A, take sound, animate. This runs 8 seconds, she'll get a mic.
Named after presidents,
Animate out.
football coaches.
Stand by, your mic.
I thought it's time to start naming them after heroes.
Mike Q.
Specialist Horton is truly
B,
a
something
hometown
with
hero.
next.
The red, white, and blue sign with his name sits atop the corner of 112th East Avenue and 123rd Street North in Owasso's Crescent Ridge neighborhood. Beneath the sign is a plaque bearing Special Horton's name and describing his love for God and country. His wife hopes Specialist Horton's legacy will hopefully inspire the next several generations of kids who will grow up riding their bikes and playing near the street sign and may even look up and learn something about what it means to be a hero.
Roll B, sound, take, animate.
This
runs 16 seconds.
I don't know.
Animate out, route the 3 in the plasma next.
100 years from now, or however long the plaque will be there.
Oh, these
And if you see the
socks are
quote at the
horrible.
bottom,
Ready,
it's from
3.
Samuel Adams, and it says, "If we all valued freedom as we ought, then we would all be free."
Take you.
Jane Horton hopes
C.
it also serves as a
Emery's mic
reminder
and an altitude
thousands
zoom.
of troops are still fighting for our freedom, so
Ready,
we
C.
cannot and should not forget them or their families. Emily
Roll
Balcom,
C.
News on 6.
Take Q. Stand by 2.
Covering crime this evening,
Start
a
your move.
17-year-old
Dissolve.
boy defends
Ready, A
himself
with.
during a home break-in. He fought off a would-be burglar with a sword
Roll
he
A.
bought at Mayfest.
Take. Animate.
Police say it started with a door being kicked in at this home near 36
Animate
West
out.
Avenue
Viz. 3
and Skelly
next.
Drive. The teenager grabbed a
Stand
sword
by,
and
Viz. 3.
whacked the suspect on the head as he came into
White.
a back
Animate.
bedroom. Soon after, police
Looks like
found and
Macaulay
arrested
Culkin. A with
18-year-old
next.
Jeremy Olson. He had called 911 and told the dispatcher he thought
Stand by, A
he'd been
with.
shot. He was booked into jail and treated for
Roll A.
his
White.
injury.
Animate.
An East Tulsa man was robbed at gunpoint in his front yard
Animate out.
early this
B
morning.
sample with
Police
next.
say the man was outside
Ready,
at
B.
3 a.m. near 31st and 101st East Avenue. The victim said another man came up with a gun and took
Roll
his
B,
wallet.
sound, take. Animate. This runs 9 seconds. We're wiping the C next for Crime Stoppers. Animate out. Stand by C and Emery's mic.
locate the suspect at this time.
Roll C. White Q.
If you know anything
Stand
that
by
can help
B
police
with.
catch that suspect, call Crime Stoppers for a reward. Number 596-COPS.
Roll B. White. Animate.
A suspected drunk driver crashed his car during
Animate
the police
out.
chase
3 in
this morning.
effects
The
next
car
in the
ran
bid
into
box.
the front yard of a
NA.
house. Officers were trying to stop the
Ready,
man
A,
for
ready, 3 in
speeding.
effects.
Say he led them on a 20-minute chase that ended at 59th
Roll A.
and
Animate.
Urbana.
Take. Ready,
A
A full
Tulsa
with.
family was forced out of their home by a fire early
Take.
this morning.
Animate.
Firefighters say there was a lot of smoke coming from the attic when
Animate out. B
they
something with
arrived
next.
at this house near Pine and Memorial.
Ready, B.
The family made it out unhurt, but told firefighters their dog and cats were still
Roll B.
inside.
Sound, take. Animate. This runs
We sent a
13
search and
seconds.
rescue team after they located
Go get a
all the
mic. Animate out.
occupants out.
Stand
they
by,
located
Emery's
the
mic.
cats in the back room and an actual drawer there. So we provided one of the cats with a little bit of oxygen, but the rest were okay.
Mike Q. Stand by
The
C.
dog
First
didn't wait for the
forecast.
cats. He escaped out a back door. The Red Cross is helping that family with
Roll C.
temporary
White
housing.
sound full. Stand by 4
As
with.
the American Meteorological Society seal
Dissolve
of
Q.
approval.
Animate.
Now, this may be a little bit unusual, but we've been watching our
Animate.
Eagle
Stand
Cam
by
this afternoon. This
30.
is from
Dissolve.
down by the Sequoia National Wildlife Refuge. You can see both eagles are there now. The one that's sitting on the nest is actually, there's
Hang on,
two
just a touchdown.
baby eagles
There
that
you
have
go.
hatched out there. And they were feeding them just a short while ago. So we've been watching that. This is something, of course, that's
Yeah,
available on our website. I
ready.
just thought you'd like to
Listen
be
up
aware
just
of
a
that.
touch on
I
for-
found a
No,
little bit
no,
unusual
never mind, that's
that
fine.
two baby eagles have already hatched out. At any rate, it was a chilly start this morning. As you can see, 20s or low 30s across the state. This afternoon, things have warmed up fairly nicely, actually pretty close to normal for this time of year. Obviously cooler than we've been the last several days, with afternoon highs in the upper 40s and low 50s. Lots of sunshine, just a few high clouds out there. We'll keep fair skies as we go through the evening and overnight hours. Down to 52 right now in Tulsa, downtown. Jenks at 49, Skytook 47. We'll cool off fairly quickly early this evening with the fair skies and light winds. Should be down to about 36 by the 9 o'clock hour. But after that, everything should begin to kind of level off as those south winds will keep things from totally bottoming out by early morning. More about the rest of the weekend early next week in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Animate, turn take.
Well, a vote on Tulsa's trash hauling contract has been put off for 2 weeks, in part to resolve a potential conflict of interest for a city councilor who also sits on the trash board.
Take, animate.
Councilor David Patrick was appointed.
I know, that scares me when I see a talking head. Animate out, be something with next.
Over Patrick voting as a councilor to let the trash board buy carts for the new service. The potential conflict kept Patrick on the sidelines Thursday for both the trash board and council discussions. That ended with the council delaying their vote for 2 weeks.
Sound take, animate. Just around 16 seconds. You'll get a mic.
Really a legal,
animate out.
I think,
and then quickly tag on 2.
Probably. We have a situation where Councilor Patrick's not able to vote on this.
5 seconds.
And so that issue needs to be more thoroughly vetted. That's why I supported it.
Mike Q, ready 2.
The vote on the carts is key to allowing the trash board to accept the lowest bidder.
Take, ready D.
It is not a vote on whether or not the city will issue carts. That's already been decided.
And take.
Well, the state of Florida holds a Republican presidential primary this Tuesday.
Dissolve.
Mitt Romney and Newt Gingrich are considered the front runners. Both are crisscrossing Florida looking for votes. Danielle Nottingham.
All right, stand by A.
With the latest.
Roll take sound full.
Mitt Romney brought star power with him to the stage in Pensacola, Florida.
It's not cute.
He's campaigning with actor John Voight and
I don't know why it looks like it skipped
Senator John McCain.
25
the
for Mitt
former
Romney.
Massachusetts governor is attacking Newt Gingrich on the campaign trail. He's now questioning how effective Gingrich would be as president, saying he already failed as Speaker of the House.
He was fined
for
ethics violations. He ultimately had to resign in disgrace.
First forecast ran.
He can't rewrite history.
Yeah, just skipped right over the latest.
Gingrich says he's the strongest candidate to take on the president, and Florida
Ready,
is a key state
to
make that happen.
Cleveland,
Florida, I will be the nominee.
With
your help.
45
but Gingrich
for
needs to gain some momentum. The latest Quinnipiac survey shows Romney with a 9-point lead.
This runs a minute 23
the former
standard.
Speaker of the House was in Orlando courting Hispanic voters, hoping they can help him close the gap.
I like Newt. I think he's got the
experience. Delay rolling?
He has strategies in place. I think that will help the economy, help
I was
unemployment.
wondering if maybe that's
Some
what
have a
happened,
very clear idea of what they want a candidate to represent.
They want a quality of life?
Yeah.
They want jobs, opportunity?
All right.
The GOP hopefuls have 3 more days to make an impression on Florida voters. Danielle Nottingham, News on 6.
Thank you.
The same polls that put Romney and Gingrich at the top put Ron Paul and Rick Santorum at the bottom in Florida.
Turn tag, music,
well, still
start
ahead,
pull,
a
roll
big
A,
local boost to help prevent childhood obesity. The donation that one local hospital is using to teach kids how to make smart decisions. Plus, some local students get an early preview of high school, how TPS is using them all to showcase the best the district has to offer.
And fade this, roll your break. All right.
You mean Grant Sloan has space time in this?
Yeah.
20 seconds. This is impossible. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right, 15.
Today.
All right, 10 out. We get the lap at him today. Stand by 2 in the Zoom in his name. 4, 3, 2, 1. Start your move and fade up Q animate. Ready,
St.
A
Francis
clean.
Hospital gets a big donation to help children stay healthy. Kohl's department store donated nearly $85,000 to the hospital's Fun and Fit Kids program. St. Francis takes that program into schools and hosts programs like this Wellness Expo they had today. Teach kids about making healthy decisions when it comes to food and exercise.
Roll sound take, animate.
All this
runs
education
23
that we're able
seconds.
to do with this money is stuff
animate
that
out. We have another key at 10.
Can't assign a price to. It's just a
huge
asset to our community.
And if we can take care of our kids, educate our kids,
animate out 10 seconds, wiping the D and then the C.
Of our children, then that promotes us. That
Stand
sets us
by
up
D.
for the future. And Coles feels that's very important, and that's what we're
Roll
trying
D.
to do.
White cue.
We've got a lot more
Stand by
information
C.
about St. Francis's Fun and Fit Kids program on our website,
Roll C.
newson6.com.
Wipe. Stand by 2 in the zone.
Well, the transition from middle to high school can
Start
be
to move.
hard, but
Dissolve.
some schools in Tulsa are trying to change
C,
that
and then A
by
sound
building on
next.
what motivates students.
Ready,
8th
C.
graders and their parents got to explore the opportunities at 11 different
Roll
high
C.
schools today.
Take. Stand by A for
Grant
sound.
Sloan shows us students have plenty
Roll
of
A.
choices.
Wipe sound. All right, first key is Janice at
hanging out at the
19.
mall on a Saturday. But what you probably wouldn't expect is to see them learning about school while they're there.
Appreciate T3.
Today, TPS held an all-district high school fair to showcase what 11 different high schools in the area had to offer to students.
We are displaying all of our high schools with the special programs and getting kids interested in their careers.
And kids have an unlimited number of programs to choose from, everything from ballet to music to mechanical engineering. And it's that variety that makes all the difference.
It helps with graduation rates, it helps with attendance, it helps with just keeping them interested.
Whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that you're interested in, you can address it in our program.
Trailer at 56.
The fair gives both parents and students a preview of the programs offered at each school and helps students navigate the uneasy waters of high school.
Before I started getting
What about this one? Trailer Dreadful Water?
I didn't really
Blow
dance.
this one off.
I
Chris
didn't play
Newsom
in
at
the
109.
And it's that passion that helps
brain.
encourage kids to be successful
Ready, Key?
after they leave the home.
I need to ask about this one.
We're not just general high
Key
schools
and anime
anymore.
for
We have very specialized programs at every
Chris
school
Johnson, sorry.
that can be a great
I'll blow
advantage
it
to you
off.
and your student.
Ready,
Representatives
Key
from
for
each
Grant,
school
Key and
say
anime.
what's really
Who's that
important is
guy?
finding out what your child is passionate about
Anime
early
now.
on.
Who's on
So that they're
6.com
motivated
Key
to
here,
learn not only in high
127.
school,
Well, background
but
title
later on in
altitude.
college. Now, if you'd like to learn more
Ready,
about
Key?
today's event, we posted a
Key
link
and
inside
anime.
this story at
Ready, Key for the
newson6.com.
tease.
Grant Sloan, News on 6.
Take music, start
Well, what a day it
stand by
was. A little
T3,
cooler
key dissolve.
outside. Here's a live look outside from our Osage
Stand by your break.
Casino Skycam network. Dick
Keep
Bro
slowing
tells us
down.
about another nice
Stand by your
warm-up
break.
when we come back.
Fade this and roll your break. I read that wrong. That was Chris Johnson. I don't know why I said Chris Newsom. I thought it was a photog key. All right, 10 seconds. We'll be out to C and 4 in a wall clean. Stand by C in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll C. And fade up sound. Stand by 4 clean. Dissolve Q animate.
Well, the hunting season is winding down as this is the last weekend for
No,
waterfowl
sorry.
hunting, but as nice as the weather is,
Old
I'm sure
habits
lots of
die
folks are gonna be
hard.
getting out and doing some fishing. And this is
why I
Elizabeth
said
and her
clean,
grandpa. They caught that nice big catfish out of the family pond. I think this is actually on Christmas Day. This picture is on our website in the Fishing with Faroe section. If you've got a great fishing photo, or for that matter, a hunting photo you'd like to share, that's a good place to go because there'll be a lot more of that, I'm sure, going on in the coming days and
Ready,
weeks,
Key.
especially as mild as we've
Key and
been
anime.
so far this winter. Here's what's going on around the
Anime
rest
out.
of the country. Not
All right, it's all
much.
him from here.
The counties that you're seeing right up in Kansas
Just
and
a reminder, we have
Nebraska,
a
that's either
story after
wind
weather
or
today.
fire issues because of warm and windy conditions. So they've got red flag fire
3,
warnings.
please.
Same thing for much of Alabama down to the southeast. They are getting a little snow around the Great Lakes, across the far northern plains and northern Rockies, but by and large, it's a fairly quiet
yes.
weather day. Here's what we're seeing on the radar satellite composite in our neck of the woods. A few high clouds around. We'll see a few of those for tomorrow, but it looks like by and large, pretty much a warming trend will be reasserting itself after a rather cool day today. Lots of sunshine out there with a beautiful sunset. This is a view from 210 feet above our studios. It's 49 now. Notice how dry the air is, though. That means you will have some static electricity issues if you're sliding in and out of your car, for example, so be careful of that around their gas pumps. Light southwesterly breeze and a pressure that's holding steady at 30.40. 50 was the high, 49 normal,
Static electricity in
27
here.
the morning low, 28 normal. One of the few days this month we've been actually pretty close to normal for a change, as we have generally been much warmer than normal. As you can see over the past week, back on Wednesday it cooled off some, but yesterday and the day before that and several days before that have all been
2,
very
please.
mild, and we've cooled off some today, but the trend is going to be back up for the next several days. In fact, right now we're looking at temperatures running generally in the 40s. Let's see, 43 at Fayetteville, 44 for you folks over on
Hello,
Tahlequah,
Joe.
Lake Tenkiller. Out west, 47 Stillwater, 44 degrees up towards the Pawhuska area, and 48 McAllister, so not a whole lot of variation. And winds are generally from the west or southwest at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. And those southerly breezes as we go through the overnight hours, despite the clear skies, west and southwesterly wind will keep temperatures from totally bottoming out. Otherwise, it'll be a whole lot colder than what we're looking at for tonight. We're still looking at low to mid 20s for the northern counties, mid to upper 20s down south, pretty close to normal in other words. Then as we go through the day tomorrow, those southwest winds will be kicking up a little more, 10, 15, maybe 20 at times. And that should get us back up around the 60-degree mark. Northeastern counties, perhaps not quite as warm, say 58 up around the Grand Lake area, and 61 or 2 down towards McAllister and Oklahoma City. And as far as the bigger picture goes, that cool high pressure that was rather windy when it moved in last night, obviously much lighter winds today. It's going to be sliding on to the east of us. That gets us back into the southerly wind flow with that clockwise circulation. Low pressure troughing developing back to the west, so not really much in the way of any active weather coming our way for a while. And we'll be warmer to start the day on Monday, and even warmer yet for Monday afternoon, but with a stronger south wind. That also means a fire danger situation. So a chilly start, 53 by the noon hour, so warming up rather quickly, 61 then for your afternoon high. That'll be followed by gusty south winds for Monday and Tuesday. That means fire danger could be a bit of an issue. Also notice how much warmer it will be. Week 6 will try to move in for the Tuesday night, Wednesday time frame. Slight chance of rain with that.
For page
a little bit of a wind shift, not much of a cool down. Back to southerly winds for Thursday, then back to northerly for Friday and Saturday, and perhaps into Sunday. So a gradual cooling trend there. And we're bringing in chances of a few showers, but it should be fairly small the way things are going right now. We'll keep a close eye on that. It may change. By and large, a fairly quiet week ahead.
Well, we've gotten softened up. You can't.
I know. You know the hammer's going to fall at some point in time. We're just waiting for it. So.
All right. Thank you very much, Dick.
Jake.
Well, a couple of former Tulsa Roughnecks go into the Soccer Hall of Fame. Charlie Mitchell and Victor Moreland were among the inductees into the Oklahoma Soccer Hall of Fame last night. That was at the downtown Doubletree. The Roughnecks were part of the North American Soccer League. The team played at Skelly Stadium and even won the Soccer Bowl back in 1983.
Yeah, I see Dixon.
Charlie Hanneman's here with sports. It's been a busy day.
It's tough to top the Roughnecks in terms of team names, but we'll go with what we have. Busy day of basketball. 4 games already in the books to tell you about, including how the Cowboys followed up that big win over number 2 Missouri and the Golden Hurricane. Hit the road, looking to keep its winning streak alive. We'll show you the highlights of a big game from Jordan Clarkson when we come back.
Fade this and roll your break. 10. Stand by, Dean. Oh, sports ticker good. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll D and fade up sound. Good for me. Stand by point Texas name.
With Charlie Hanneman.
Dissolve Q anime.
The Cowboys tried to build off Wednesday's win over number 2 Missouri this afternoon at Texas A&M. Oklahoma State down to just 8 healthy players after big man Philip Jurek went down with a foot injury in practice yesterday. Texas A&M also down a pair of starters due to injury. LeBron Nash was unbelievable Wednesday, back at it early today. Little spin move in the bucket. Cowboys up 20-14. OSU down 1 at the half. Second half, Aggies pulling away. Elston Turner for 3 made it a 9-point Aggie lead. OSU went more than 5 minutes without a field goal until Markel Brown hit that jumper. The Cowboys, though, trailing by a bunch. OSU never would really get back in sync. A&M with some great ball movement. Jordan Green with the slam. The Aggies go on to win 76-61. Tulsa looking to make it 6 straight wins at SMU in Dallas. Jordan Clarkson would have himself a ball game. Clarkson with the 3 in the corner. That made it 14-7 TU. SMU went on a 10-3 run after that. Ryan Manuel, nice backdoor jam. That cuts the lead to 2, but Clarkson would take over. He gets the block. Nice little spin move past the defenders and running the break over to Scotty Harrelson for 3. Tulsa up by 5 at the half. Down the stretch, it's Clarkson again, the fast break jam. Game high 22 points for him. Tulsa wins 66-60. The Sooners are in the Little Apple for a date with Kansas State tonight. OU upset the Wildcats at Norman 2 weeks ago, but will have a tough task tonight. Lon Kruger says it will be a different game without the support of the home crowd.
Roll A, take sound, anime.
They have a rowdy crowd for every game, so I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
This one's 21 seconds. Wiping the B with next.
A tough, hostile environment. So we've got to go up there, and we had one in position at Texas A&M, and didn't get it finished. So we know how tough it is to win on the road, and we're playing a top 25 team, so we know it'll be
Roll
tough.
B, wipe Q.
The streaking Oral Roberts Golden Eagles are also in action tonight. ORU will try to make it 13 in a row at home against Missouri, Kansas City. The Golden Eagles have a 2.5 game lead in the conference standings, but say they won't be taking anything for granted.
Wipe sound anime.
We don't want to go out there like, okay, we got a game lead,
anime out.
Have
another key at 7. This one's 16 seconds.
We want to win every game.
Key.
It's a game
that,
be
with
let's
next.
be honest, we should win. We won at their place.
Stand by B with.
But if you come out flat, not ready to play, they're certainly good enough to
Roll
beat
B,
you.
wipe Q anime.
Oklahoma State women hosting Kansas State this morning in Stillwater. Cowgirls looking to follow up a big win over A&M earlier in the
scored
week.
to A-Sound full.
Kansas State in front early. Brittany Chambers with the 3 off the inbound. Then later it's another 3 from Chambers. Game high 29 points from her.
Ready Key.
That put K-State a big. Tiffany Bias, 2 of her 21 points there, would get the lead down to just 6. Kansas State holds on to win 67-56.
Roll 8, wipe Sound full.
We told our team that they were going to come in here with a sense of urgency, and you needed to match that sense of urgency. It appears that after a great win against A&M, we didn't handle prosperity very well, and hopefully that we'll learn from that.
Wipe Q enemy.
ORU women also home today against UMKC. ORU retiring Krista Reagan Bynum, number 11 jersey today. She's the first woman in school history to have a retired number. And the current Golden Eagles looking good. Jordan Pyle for 3. ORU up 11 just a few seconds later. Kevin Looper, of course, the steal and the finish on the other end. Game high 31 points for Looper. Oral Roberts wins 83-70. Check this out from last night's Thunder Warriors game. Nate Robinson, former Thunder guard, with the half-court shot at the end of the first quarter. Then Robinson stares down the Thunder bench. Robinson finished with a blistering 9 points. The Thunder won easily, 120-109. I get it that it's your former team, but of course, makes a half-court shot and then struts. And
sure,
come on.
Why not?
Had it the whole time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just like you drew it up.
All right, thanks very much.
Stand by 31.
All right, time for a last check of the weather, just in case it's changed since last fall.
15 show.
Well, it hasn't changed a whole lot since then, but if we take a look at things, it will be warming up rather nicely for the next several days. A little bit of a cool down going into the coming week.
Adam H. Copyright.
Thanks very much.
Run it back.
6 o'clock.
And go ahead and go in there. Stand by your break in 4, 3, 2, 1. Fade this. Roll your break.